What's up, everyone? It is already time for a preview for the Forest game. I know we're only after finishing last night against West Ham, and here I am today having to put out another preview because the games are coming thick and fast. BT have chosen us for the early kickoff on Saturday. It will be a 12:30 kickoff, which means the watch along will start from 11:30 a.m. over on the Anfield Agenda Twitch channel. The link in the description of this video. Always want to know your thoughts on the score prediction and the 11 that I go with. Let me know in the comment section, drop a like, and of course hit that subscribe button. So look, after the victory over West Ham, another 1-0 victory, another clean sheet, we start to gather a bit of momentum. These early kickoffs make me nervous. I'm always worried about them. And also, it's a really short turnaround from a Wednesday night game to a Saturday morning game. So I have kept that in mind with the 11 that I think Jurgen Klopp is going to go with. Now look, you will probably not agree with these 11 players and you'll probably think that we could be stronger. And I agree. But I'm just having a crack at what I think Klopp was going to do. So look, we'll start off with a score prediction. And I've gone for a 2-0 win for Liverpool. Again, it is complete guesswork. Maybe I'm being a bit optimistic for another clean sheet, but we should be looking to beat Forest in all honesty. So 2-0 victory for me. And now we move to the team selection. So look, no real surprises for me with regards to goalkeeper and centre backs. Yesterday was certainly a come down for Joe Gomez from his unbelievable performance against Manchester City. Maybe back to a little dose of reality. But hopefully, he chugs along. He gets a better performance in against Forest. And look, I'd much rather be critiquing Joe Gomez or Virgil van Dijk or Trent or Robbo or whomever after we've kept a clean sheet. But we have that beautiful Brazilian goalkeeper to thank for that clean sheet, because not only has he played two massive roles in our victories in the last two games, of course he set Mohamed Salah up for his goal against Manchester City, and he stopped a penalty with a great save from Jarrod Bowen to make sure that we kept our lead against West Ham. So cannot thank Alisson enough. We are blessed to have him as our keeper. But I think there'll be no changes at centre-back and goalkeeping positions. Right, moving to the full-backs. I think Andy Robertson comes back in for this game. And I think, of course, Trent comes in on the right-hand side. The reason I'm going with Robbo is that I just think away from home, Klopp will trust him a little bit more. Or in these difficult games, Klopp will trust him a little bit more. So for me, I think we're going to see Robbo at left back and Trent at right back. And I'm fine with that. I know that there were people over-analysing where the attacks were coming from against West Ham, where they came from against Manchester City, and more than happy to criticise Trent for it. I'm not one of those people because we kept a clean sheet. I don't understand the fume. I don't understand the continued attacks on Trent. Just leave the lad alone. He'll be grand. Yes, he does have some deficiencies in his game, but I want to just remind people he's still a relatively young footballer and will continue to develop, and I'd much rather have him in our team than out of our team. So Robbo at left back for me and Trent at right back. Now we move into an area of the pitch where you're probably going to start disagreeing with me, but I'm going to just remind you this is what I think Klopp will do. And with that in mind, I think he's going to go with Fabinho and Jordan Henderson in the double pivot. My reasoning being, he said about taking Thiago off against West Ham that he felt his hamstring a little bit. So I think this is a game where Jurgen Klopp can wrap him up in cotton wool, keep him on the bench, hopefully not need to use him. And of course then we have that big game against Ajax in the Champions League coming up midweek. So I think this will be a safety first team selection from Jurgen Klopp, not wanting to risk some people who have felt their hamstrings or that are, potentially right on the edge medically of playing too many minutes before picking up an injury. So I think he's going to go with Fabinho and Henderson. Do I think that's our best midfield duo? No, absolutely not. I do think Thiago has to be in there as one of them. But as I said, this is my guess at what Klopp was going to go with. Now we move to the fun part where I get to speak about Fabio Carvalho and Harvey Elliott, whom I believe will be in the wide positions. I'm thinking this is going to be a 4-4-2, could be a 4-2-2-2, could be a 4-2-3-1, whatever. Sometimes we get too caught up in that, but for argument's sake, I've gone for a 4-4-2 with this one. I think Carvalho was pretty good in the last two games when I've seen him play. He does need to develop some upper body strength, and I'm sure he'll work with the strength and conditioning coaches at Liverpool to do that. And Harvey Elliott, well look, I don't need to even tell you why I want Harvey Elliott in the team, because he's absolutely top notch. And I'm very excited that we're looking at the future here of Liverpool Football Club with Harvey Elliott and Fabio Carvalho. And I think this is a perfect opportunity against a newly promoted team, a team with a lot of youngsters in it themselves in Nottingham Forest. And I don't think it will faze Carvalho and Elliott one bit. In fact, I think they'll relish it. And I'm hoping that they stand out against the quality of the opposition and that they show the real quality. So for me, Fabio Carvalho on the left, Harvey Elliott on the right hand side, and up top I'm going for a dual attack. What have I gone with? Have I gone for Salah and Darwin? Have I gone for Firmino and Salah, Firmino and Darwin? Well, I gotta play Darwin, because let's be honest, the dude was unplayable, absolutely unplayable. Now, I have to caveat my selection by saying Klopp also said that he felt something in his hamstring, so maybe Klopp doesn't play Darwin in this one. I'm hoping he does, because I want to keep that form of his going. 3 goals in 4 games. But last night for me, and that performance against West Ham, was more than just him scoring. He rattled the post, he forced a great save from Fabianski, forced another point-blank save from Fabianski, and he was a menace and a pest to West Ham. He showed pace, he showed power, intensity, closing down and defending from the front. There was a good piece on Match of the Day last night, where they spoke about defending from the front, and they used Darwin as a great example of closing down the West Ham right back when they were even trying to clear the lines. That does start from the front defending in the Jurgen Klopp system, and Darwin, you must love Darwin for that, because he's bundles of energy, and I just want to see him get the credit he deserves, to be honest with you, because these comparisons to Haaland, which we've all made, I've been part of making them when he was coming in as well, but you were talking about Haaland, who was just a different animal, a different breed, a goal scorer machine, should be appreciated for how good he is, but that doesn't mean that everybody is crap that isn't Haaland. And that's kind of the attitude I feel with some people towards Darwin Núñez, or Darwin Núñez, as I like to call him. So I'm going to go with this up top, Darwin Núñez and Mohamed Salah. And I think we will all agree that we prefer seeing Mohamed Salah when he's central, that he gets more involved in games, and that he's clinical in front of goal. So for me, this is the team I'd go with. If Núñez isn't available, or Klopp doesn't want to risk him. Klopp doesn't want to risk him. Maybe keep him up for the Ajax game. No problem throwing Bobby in there, because Bobby's been he's been frustrating at times, but he's been scoring goals and he's been linking up play well. So that's my team. Alisson in goal, Trent at right back, Robbo at left back. No change to the centre backs. Virgil van Dijk and Joe Gomez, Fabinho and Henderson in the double pivot, because I don't think he'll risk Thiago from the start. Elliott on the right, Carvalho on the left, and Darwin Núñez and Mohamed Salah up top. Little bit more news from Liverpool today. Naby Keita is back training. You've probably seen those posts as well on social media. I don't know how long before he's fully back. Obviously Curtis Jones is another option for Jurgen Klopp in this game. I'd rather Carvalho on that left hand side than Curtis Jones, if I'm being honest with you. So yeah, that's my team. Now it's over to you guys. Let me know, do you agree or disagree in the comment section. Don't forget to drop a like on the video, and of course, why not join the other 152,000 people, what a scary number that is to say out loud, that have already subscribed to the channel, and we thank you for your continued support. Watch along starting an hour beforehand on Saturday. As always, we'll have a full post-match show as well. I'm off now to do a watch along of the Leicester game, because I'm just in, it's now, as I record this, Thursday evening, just after 7:30, so hopefully I will see you guys real soon. Take care, bye bye.